Today, we're tackling a challenge that almost every nonprofit leader faces at some point: board meeting struggles. And here's the twist: most of these issues stem from the same root cause, and that's what we're diving in today. Hey there, and welcome back to Lovebug Branding Tips. I'm your host, Latasha, Army veteran, wife, mom, and CEO of Lovebug Branding. Every day, I work with passionate nonprofits like yours to cut through the noise and create real connections needed to spark real change. Let me tell you about Sarah, fictional name, but real client of mine, an executive director who's ready to quit after another frustrating board meeting. Her board chair was micromanaging programs decisions. Two board members were pushing conflicting priorities between their business and the nonprofit, and half of the board seemed checked out entirely. Does this sound familiar? But here's how she turned it around, starting with two fundamental tools: a clear mission statement and a strategic plan. Let's break down the three biggest challenges we see in board meetings. One, role confusion, when boards and staff step on each other's toes. Two, strategic misalignment, when everyone's pulling in different directions. And three, a communication breakdown, and this is when information isn't flowing effectively. These aren't just separate problems, they're actually symptoms of the same issue: lack of clarity. Think of your mission statement as your organization's North Star. But here's the thing: most mission statements are just fancy words on a wall. They're either too long or they're filled with jargon that no one in the organization understands. Let me show you what an actionable mission statement looks and sounds like. Take this example. Our mission is to increase food security for low income families in Rayford by distributing 1,000 meals weekly over the next 2 years. Notice how this mission statement answers four critical questions. Who are we helping? Low income families in Rayford. What impact are we making? Increasing food security. Why does it matter? Addressing hunger in our community. And how will we measure it? 1,000 meals weekly over 2 years. When your mission statement hits these 4 points, something magical happens. Board members understand their role in achieving this specific goal. Staff knows exactly what success looks like, and everyone can measure progress against clear metrics. Want to craft your own powerful mission statement? Download our free mission statement template in the description. It will walk you through these 4 steps, step by step. Now, let's talk about turning that mission into action. I'm going to share a real example of how this works practically. Let's say your board has set this goal to increase donor retention by 15% in 2025. Here's how to break this down into actionable steps. First, make it specific. Set a clear target, like going from 50% to 65% retention. Make it clear where you're trying to move to. Second, to define key actions like implementing a CRM system by March. That's the action that you want to take in order to reach that target. Three, assign ownership. Someone has to take care of the goal, whether it's the communications team, whether it's you as the executive director, whether it's the development director, whether it's the community director. Someone has to take ownership of this task. Fourth, identify resources. Budget $5,000 for implementation. That's what this looks like. And lastly, set checkpoints. Quarterly reviews to track progress. See how this transforms a vague goal into something everyone can work toward? This is just a taste of our strategic goal setting framework. You can download the complete template from our show notes to apply this to your organization's goals. Remember, when your board has clear goals like this, everyone knows their lane, resources are allocated effectively. That way you're not wasting that grant money that you had to work so hard to get, or the fundraising money you had to work so hard to get. Progress is measurable. Meetings become focused on strategic decisions instead of getting lost in the weeds. Now let's get practical. Here's how to actually use your mission and strategic goals for an easy flowing board meeting. First, start each meeting with a 5-minute mission moment. Share a quick story or statistic that shows progress toward your mission. For example, if your mission involves food security, share how many families were served this month compared to your goal of 1,000 weekly meals. For committee work, assign each committee a specific strategic goal. They report on the progress against those clear metrics every meeting. No more vague updates. They're showing you real numbers against real targets. When it comes to board meeting agendas, structure them around your strategic goals. So instead of saying this is a development update, say this is an update on the progress for the 65% donor retention goal. Each agenda item should tie directly to a strategic goal or mission advancement. Finally, for decision making, use your mission as a filter. When your board is considering a new opportunity, ask, how does this help us reach our goal? And is there a clear connection? If there's not, then that's not a priority. Before we wrap up, let's talk about 3 things you can do this week to start this transformation. First, review and refine your mission statement. Second, schedule a strategy session with you and your leaders in your board. And 3, redesign your next board meeting agenda to make it more clear and so that when you go in there, you have actionable steps, you know what to do, and no one's confused. Remember, great board meetings just don't happen by accident. They're a result of intentional design around a clear mission and strategy. Thanks for listening to Love Bug Branding Tips. If this episode sparked something for you, share it, tag a friend or a colleague, or that entrepreneur in your life who needs to hear this. Remember, do what you can with what you have, stay in your lane, and enjoy your journey. Until next time.